for something kind of casual and fun or whatever on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Maybe if I do...
Yep, I do have it. Here you go. This thing is ridiculous. Wait for it. Server may lag a little bit. There you go.
That's the wrong one.
There it is.
Yeah, if you look up, you'll see it.
Yeah, right? I don't remember seeing this one. Did you build this one recently?
No, this was back in...
Wow.
That's actually cool.
That's a big ship.
Yeah, and
you're talking about that one. Okay, I remember that. That was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, this was like year
some
one.
Of your live streams doing that, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in pre-alpha.
I actually have an updated version, but I didn't blueprint it, where most of this, the residential deck is actually done now.
Oh, cool. This is all the Alpha 4 blocks, too, that have like 20 hit points, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to do once I finish it, I'm going to go through and do the block update on it.
Yeah.
And then watch my server die for 20 minutes.
So. Oh, wow. It's like loading in chunk at a time.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's so big that this was back when, excuse me, when they had the 255 block limitation.
Yeah.
Where it just would not add blocks after a certain point. You had to basically have the cores, multiple cores, close enough together that the areas would build over each other.
Nice.
What are you guys doing?
Let's see how much lag we can induce, right?
Nice.
The one to the left is a carrier. The one to the right, the one straight above you, is an actual battleship.
These are cool. I love the sizes on these.
They look like they should dock to your space station now.
This is what I end up with. This is why I tend not to build super huge, is I end up with giant open spaces and I don't know what to do with them.
Ooh, how your fan's letting somebody to the mic.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of love.
Yeah, that's my fan. I'll go ahead and turn it off.
Okay.
Well, all this open space, believe it or not, these are runways.
Okay.
Because if you come in here, there's not only one entrance to this big ship, is just this one giant cargo door.
Alright. There you go. Is that better?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing inside the big battleship right now is nothing but an engine room.
Okay. I think you've exceeded the turret limit, too.
Just a bit.
Yeah, oh, wow. Yeah, definitely. By 1% times 10,000, yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is awesome.
That is awesome, though. I love it.
3 months to build this ship to the point that it's at now.
Mm-hmm.
The Valkyrie over there, me and Dream actually finished the hull of that ship and the paint job on it within a week.
Nice. I was going to say, you got to paint this.
Don't forget to put the racing stripes, it makes it 10% faster.
Oh, that reminds me. I could bring in the Olympus shipyard. That's actually bigger than all three of our ships together right now.
So, did you do the multiple core thing for that?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. I just went max size, and I never hit it. And as soon as I hit the limit, I got rid of the first block. And then, because it gets see-through on that last one you put on there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I took it off, and then that was it. We just went max size with it. It's not max height for the shipyard, but the shipyard's literally the max length and almost the max width.
Nice.
Nice. I like the generators in here, too.
I love the way that I did
stylized.
this. If you actually go through the center door here, go into the core room, you can actually see how the core was made. And the warp drive and everything's inside there. But this ship's actually illegal on our server now. I can't even use it. Because our engines have to be exposed and only covered by one layer of either glass or shutters, so that way we don't have total destruction of ships on our server.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we only have we have disable rules only. So pirates disable and raid ships. They don't blow them all out. Kingdom Come.
Okay.
Because our turrets are only on what do you call them? Thrusters, mounted weapons, and turrets only.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, so your server actually is running a lot of modded code, right? Because you've got the controlled start where planets only have certain resources, and
we have it's modded scripting, I would call it more. It's
Okay.
not more modded. The server's not modded in any way. All we did was change the resource locations and change the planets to whatever we wanted them to look like.
Right.
So there's still the snow planet Ningus. You'll recognize it immediately as Ningus, but it just looks different with a different color scheme in the clouds and stuff like that. But all the plants and stuff are all the same.
We're back to heavy snow again, huh?
Yeah, I just got rid of it.
Yeah. What is going on with... Oh, you know what? Let's do that way.
Does it
There
do
we go.
that? Is that per player? It looks like it's per player, isn't it?
Yes, it's local.
Okay. Yep.
Actually,
And
Hal,
they-
you know what? You should get with the guy that I know. His name is Kovsis. He builds just like you do. Literally. You guys would have a mega blast just building with each other.
Yeah, I'm always looking for new people to hang out with to do builds and things. It's just my life right now has been a little hectic because I'm trying to finish my bachelor's in business
Nice.
while being unemployed and doing YouTube mostly full time. So it's like,
That doesn't sound like anything different from the rest of us.
yeah, I know, right? The YouTube dilemma.
I'm a stay-at-home dad, retired. All I do is take care of the community, the YouTube channels, and everybody's YouTube servers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Bad here too.
yeah, that's right. I
See,
forgot.
but that's
we
one of the
can't
reasons
do-
why I'm like the community that I've set up is based around that fact of all of people like us.
Mm-hmm.
Is that way we have a safe place to go and record without having to worry about all the nuances and nonsense. Like if you're strictly just like Hal usually is, mostly a creative builder, he could go and do that, and he doesn't have
Yeah.
to go and get his own servers and stuff because we run it and maintain it, and he would have his own place. Like Wallenstein, he's just a builder, so he has his own play field that's strictly his own. But we also incorporated it into the server, so other people
Okay.
can come by and see, you know, what he's been building when he's not. Wow, what the hell's going on with the? Never mind. I get it.
Thanks.
I was like,
I've
oh
never been
no,
able
my
to
game's
successfully
going
change
crazy.
the time. On
Yeah.
the server, anyway.
Yeah, it's just time and then a 5-digit
Yeah.
time code. Based on the first 3 digits are hours, the next one is minutes.
I can do it in
And-
single player, but I've never been able to get it to work on a server.
Me neither.
Yeah. Give you a little bit of a sunset finish here for the carrier ship.
Here we go. We'll do this.
Oh.
Yeah, with those two right there are my pride and joys. Now, the biggest thing that I ever had where people are still Googling over. Well, actually, I'll show you guys this one first. That's the freighter that everybody got a kick out of when I first started building the ships for season 5. So it started with that one, and then ended up jumping into.
That is some kind of...
The frigate. That frigate right there was a massive hit.
Alright. I've gotten lost. There's so many ships out here.
Right?
And then here's the conversion of the frigate into a freighter. The unpainted
Nice.
version. Oh no, that was the painted version. But those three right there is what everybody loves.
Yeah, I really like the two over here. I like the way that the ribbing is done on the hull.
Oh, he's crashing my ship.
Oh, did I do? I moved into it. That's right. I just pushed it.
Now the frigate and the freighter right
nice
there,
thing.
those are the only two that I've actually finished. I mean, complete paint jobs, everything interior, exterior.
Right.
I mean, the freighter even has a cargo pod built into it, which we use on the server for trade and everything else. Is these little cargo pods that actually fit into those holes on the side of the freighters.
Yeah. Oh, did it?
It can't revert it again.
Really doesn't like that. Let's go there. No.
Huh. Wonder what was up with that.
Trying to figure out what time I need to set things to here.
Yeah, it seems like 24 hours is a... it seems like it's basically 24 hours. Or 24,000, so 1,000 is an hour.
Right. Yeah.
I've noticed
go,
that myself.
try that.
So I would try subtracting 12,000 from whatever the total is.
830,000 is what you should put.
There we
Brother,
go.
cold wave.
Nope, and it immediately kicks back.
See, that's what it does to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I try to do that, like in co-op or server games.
All right, so maybe it needs to go. Can only go forward. So let's go.
You would think it was going forward, but it doesn't.
Well, because it's. I think it's a. It only does progressive. So. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's go.
Weird. Go 1 hour at a time.
I know, right?
Hey, Lift, weren't you just recently, by recently, I mean like in the past 6 months, didn't you build like a space station of some kind?
Those are diamond-shaped, yeah. A diamond-shaped space station.
I never got to see that thing finished. Did you finish it?
I kind of did the interior and stuff, but I also, actually I did finish the interior on that one. I painted it up and stuff.
Well, pop it in here. Let me see it, because I haven't got to see it finished yet.
Okay. Let me see if it's in my blueprints.
I mean, granted, it keeps me from having to go watch your channel and give you a view on it, because I don't have the time to do it, but I've been dying to see it finished. I never got to.
All right, let me see. Let me see if I can find it here. It might not be. I often clear out all my blueprints. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about starting to do that because I've got so many that are just so old they're not even valid
I do
anymore.
like experimental stuff, and I've got like 50,000 things with
Right.
rooms and stuff.
One thing I'm going to be starting doing myself is creating a blueprint history folder on my one of my hard drives that I use for my backup for the YouTube channels. But I'm going to start setting it up so I have like my capital vessels will have their folder, and I'm going to label them from seasons for my YouTube channel, or label them from the server season. Like the last one was the 5.0 server, the new one's the 6.0 server. Because I understand where you're coming from on that one. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to see something funny?
Let me check.
So I spawned in the
House of Pan.
Oh no. So I spawned in the hero arc. It let me do it fine. I go back to the blueprint screen. It won't let me spawn it in now.
Huh. It just changed its mind just now.
Yeah, it's like, no, you actually have illegitimate blocks. No, can't spawn it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that the server is probably freaking out from all the ships we've spawned in.
Well, how much RAM do you have on it? It shouldn't be a big deal.
No, it should be fun. It's actually a VM host, so I'm not in control of the hardware. But it's set up currently for, I think this is set up for 15 people. So it should be a couple of gigs of RAM on it.
We should be fine. Just the three of us messing with it right now.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
And to clean it up, you can just wipe the file. I mean, you said this is brand new anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I may have broken the playfield though just now. I tried to spawn in the Olympus shipyard. It's there. It says it's there, but it's invisible.
That might be what's causing the server problem. The server's trying to catch up and sync.
No, I only just did it right now.
Ah.
You were complaining before that, so it's not my fault.
Okay. Isn't there a way to remove the things in the playfield?
Yeah. Type in playfield to reload the entire thing.
There it is.
Yeah, playfield. Yeah, we'll reload the whole thing.
There you go.
That's not what I was looking for. Let's see. Workshop. I'm going to have to download it from my workshop because I don't see it.
Oops.
I think it was in Alpha 4 maybe?
Okay, that is weird. I did the playfield.
It just crashed me.
I was wondering because I'm sitting there going, "There's nobody on the planet."
You're crashed. I haven't been able to get playfield to actually work like it's supposed to on the servers. They said it's supposed to literally, all it does is take the planet, erase the playfield, and then read the player YAML and reload the playfield. So that way, if we make changes in it to upgrade it to something else, it's not supposed to affect our gameplay. But it doesn't work.
Right.
There we go.
See.
It's just, all it does is crash me every time I've done it. You know, we'll change a POI, for instance. When we were waiting for you to do the next POI that you were going to make, and when you brought it in, we were just going to replace one of the other POIs with it, and then all we'd have to do is reload the playfield, right? Nope, not
Right.
that way. We've been testing it. They're like, great.
Oh.
Okay, let's see here. I gotta find space. There we go.
So did you crash? Did you crash as well, Lift, or?
No, I'm still on the server.
Only the people that type in playfield crash.
Nice. It's a crash self thing, huh?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Let me rejoin the server then.
This looks really dark.
And for the
oh, it's because it's wide. It's wide enough across the thing that you can't see the lights until you get over to that side of the ship.
nice.
Right, there we go.
All right.
Yeah, that was right when the repair bays came out, because I put the repair bay in this when it was added to the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that dates this build. There we go.
Yeah, what was that? That was end of Alpha 4?
I think so, yeah.
Given the amount of these games that we all play, it's really frightening that any of us can keep this stuff straight.
I have a cheat sheet. It's on sticky notes around my 40-inch screen.
That's probably why I know stuff so well.
So, all right. So I'm loading back in while the server is trying to figure out whether or not I'm supposed to actually be on my own server.
I'm attempting to myself.
It's me. Let me in.
Yeah, I know, right? It's loading. It's trying.
It says 2 are in.
Let's see.
It may need to do the.
I had to crash my game and reload.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if maybe I need to do that. Because I think that their heartbeat system doesn't work.
Oh, for finding servers and stuff.
Yeah, just to make sure the what is the technical term for it? It's the player server sync monitor, I think is what it's. Everyone just calls them heartbeats because it's basically you're sending a small packet to the server, and the server goes, "Yes, you are still alive."
The keep alive, yeah. So they call it an FTP anyway.
Yeah.
Well, FTP this. I'm still on the load screen.
I may need to quit out and come back in entirely because that's
I've just
hanging
done
up
it
on
twice.
What did you guys do to do that? You typed playfield?
Ladies and gentlemen that are going to be watching this part of the video, and it has nothing to do with the Q&A yet. This is we're all just hanging out here, just getting things going. Do not become an admin and ever type in playfield until they prove it works.
Yeah. Well, you know what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to basically take an excerpt of this, send it to the folks at Ilion, and be like, "Come here, we want to talk to you guys."
Hey, you know what? I bet if the 3 of us went up to them together, they might actually listen.
Actually, to be fair, we're sitting here busting on these guys. The Ilion team have actually been very responsive for the most part.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
Just to the community in general, and it's awesome to see. So
I'm proud to be supporting them big time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know when they sleep.
I know, right? I am going to have to force quit.
That's what I'm doing right now myself.
Alt F4 or like. Nice.
Yeah,
Or
I
you're
actually
having a task manager.
Yeah, I actually had the task manager.
Nice.
Now, normally when it gets like this, like I said, it's happened to me a lot. I usually have to verify it before it even registers again, and then it lets me in. So that's what I'm attempting to do now. And I never have any files missing or anything, but it's just like if it doesn't verify, it won't let you back in. It's like you have to verify that you actually are real. This is your game, and you're allowed to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was
I'm
actually
doing
missing a
that
file.
myself right now.
Yeah,
so
that's like the anti-copy, whatever they call it,
the
anti-piracy
EAC.
type thing, or
Oh.
whatever,
Yeah.
where you can't play offline.
Oh, I
And
hate
so
when
in
they do
order to
that.
play a co-op game, I had to do stuff like
I have to reinstall anti-cheat for some reason.
well, in order to play a co-op game, a lot of times I have to go. I can't use the same network that I use for my internet, so I have to like load up the game while I'm on the internet and then switch networks and then play offline.
You're right.
But if you load it up like that first, then it's like you can't play multiplayer because you're offline.
Yeah. Was it Ark that did that early on, where they forgot to enable basically the local hosts?
That might have been.
I was just like, you're kidding me.
Let's see if maybe I can continue this theme.
All right. Restarting, trying to come back in.
It worked. I think I'm actually connecting. Hey, it only says one person in now.
Okay.
I'm in here.
Yeah, the forcing the app to shut down. I guess it was maintaining its connection to the server.
Yep, I see two of us. I see two of us here. You haven't joined our faction yet.
Uh-oh.
He likes being hostile.
I didn't know anybody made one. I'm always that guy that's standing around when the faction turns on the turrets and gets blown away.
Yeah, right. Hey, I've had that happen in single-player games. That's the best.
Oh, when you create a faction while you're standing next to your base.
Yeah, you build something while you're off in space, and then you come back home, and your base like starts shooting at you.
Yeah.
As you're coming home. Like, it's me. It's always the best in single-player games when your stuff shoots at you.
Yeah, it's definitely keeps life interesting.
Keeps you on your toes.
Well, it's like what was it in Alpha 5? I think it was when they first started putting in the ship registry and all of that crap.
Yeah.
And I went out. I built a ship. It got destroyed. It got cored, right? I put a new core in it. I brought it back to my CV.
And it's public.
Uh-huh. And the CV just unloaded on me. Blew me straight out the cockpit.
That's exactly, yeah.
Like, oh my god.
That was the problem that I kept running into was, it was exactly that.
Uh-huh.
Replacing the core. Because,
Hey, Hal, did you get back in?
I am loading now. We'll see if it actually lets me into the server, though.
Yeah, I'm still loading.
Might need to restart the server.
Let's see.
I think Pizza took over.
Yeah, maybe.
While we were kicked, he's in there like, okay, blacklist. He's gonna give us like 30 minutes of trying to get in and suffering, and he's be like, and then all of a sudden we're gonna get in, and he'll be like, I don't know what happened.
Wasn't me.
Well, he's going to change his name from LiftPizzas to Hack the Servers. So.
Right. Hack all the servers, yeah.
All right, I think I need to restart the server. It's mad at us.
All right,
crashing again.
Yeah. All right.
I am fully crashed.
Awesome.
Yeah, let me know when you restart it. Or I guess I'll find out when I get disconnected, right?
Yeah, I just stopped it, so.
Oh, there it goes. All
yeah.
right.
So I'm gonna run the verify on the server files as well, just to make sure.
Okay.
So this will take like a minute or two.
I've got to rehook up my hold screen. Let me see. Settings. I changed my hotkey to put on that goofy dreadlocks thing that covers up my whole inventory. I don't know if you guys saw that or not.
I haven't seen this using this. No, I'll have to check.
They they changed. It's kind of a long story, but you know how they changed the layout of everything recently,
Right.
and it's like my face cam is over like 4 of my inventory slots, and so a few people were complaining about that. I can't see all your inventory, and so in order to fix that, I made like this horrible like paint MS Paint style stick person,
Oh
and
god.
and extended the face cam all the way down to cover every single inventory slot
Nice.
with the horrible stick person. And I'm like, see guys, I fixed it.
That is awesome.
Let's see.
Yeah, so we're about 75% of the way through on the validation.
Okay.
So, future note, do not type playfield in command line with admin abilities. Okay. Ugh. What's awesome is I use action to record, so every time I drop out of the game, it goes, oh, you don't need to be recording anymore.
Ah.
So.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to get these new guys into the server. They've been wanting to join. I'm like doing 100 things at once over here.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, validation is done. Starting the server. Should give it a minute and it should be back here shortly.
Sweet.
Alright.
I'm also doing the bat files and working on the dark and light server.
Nice.
Oh, did I also mention I'm working on getting the movie set up for my wife tonight because we have to watch a movie every night.
Nice.
Every night? No. Wow.
That's a lot of movies.
Yeah, every night between 8 and 9 o'clock, me and my wife start a
Date
movie and
night.
watch a movie, and then we go to bed. We lock the kids up, put them in their bedroom.
Mm-hmm. In the closet. Tie him up. Duct tape him to a chair, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great way to do a series. Like binge watch a series or whatever.
We watch a series when we go to bed.
Yeah.
I have, let's put it this way, on my copies I have every video and series almost known to man since the days of silent films and still pictures.
You got all the Three Stooges and Little Rascals?
Actually, I do.
Nice.
Have I watched
cool.
them all? No. Never had that much time. Now, when it comes to Star Trek, Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis Universe, all those, we've watched every single one of those repeatedly. Of every Star Wars movie, I have my favorite series in everything has always been Firefly. I can't believe they canceled that. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
No. It's Fox, though. What do you expect? I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
I'm gonna have to remember the time frame to edit that part.
I know, right?
Yeah, I didn't even see that until, what, 10 years after it came out or whatever? It was only a few years ago I finally watched that. And
Really?
because everybody kept telling me about it. And yeah, it's really great. It's sad that got... It's like, it's almost been enough time that they could just do it again.
10 years later.
You know? I mean, it's been what was it, 2003? It's been almost 15 years now.
Yeah. There was actually talk about doing a Where Are They Now kind of Firefly series.
They're all playing sexy scene movie series now, where they're either attorneys or cops, and they're all dramas.
Yeah, I'd rather see them just start the whole series like from scratch, reboot it or whatever. Just do it.
Hey, bring in new characters.
It never happened.
Right. Yeah, or pick it up where the Serenity movie left off, because
with the new crew.
They had just opened up so much political intrigue possibilities for story.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a really good, rich universe that they had established.
Believe it or not, our server is bent around the Firefly series. That's how we get our rule setups and stuff like that, and how we do things. We took a lot from their combat scenes and how they did with the movie, and that's where we came up with our rules about the turrets and thrusters are the only things getting shot if you want to disable the vessels. And a lot of the designs of our planets and stuff like that came from, a lot of inspiration came from those series in the film.
Nice. So if we add...
Are we there yet?
Yeah, I'm in here. I'm actually looking at your space station that I never got to see finished.
Okay. All right.
So you still haven't done anything with the corners. You left them all blocky.
On the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. It was...
You were just fed up?
It was kind of... I was finishing up the series kind of thing. So.
Like, I'm just done.
Well, yeah, and they were basically coming up to the end of the version, I think, too. So.
Right.
You know, that goes.
Yeah.
I do like how you came up with the interior designs where you got the garden, 4 corners, and everything actually splits up between each other. Turned out nice.
There we go.
Yeah, I saw part of this build, but I didn't see all of it.
Yeah, I did want to do the outside. I did want to go through and like smooth out the outside because it's all blocky like that.
Right.
But it's just so many individual blocks. The painting on this one took forever too.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get the...
Okay, there we go. We're back. One thing I really hope they do is somebody on the forum had figured out that the blueprint format, the blocks are stored in a zip file, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be awesome if we could basically save a blueprint and paint it. You know what I mean? Paint the whole blueprint one color. All the blocks are one color.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Kind of color and texture them in that and re-import it.
Yeah.
Even, until they get a tool, I assume they'll eventually give us a tool to do that, but it'd be nice to have that in the meantime.
So one of the other space games that are out there, the one that everyone likes to compare Empyrion to.
Yeah.
Don't say Empyrion.
Where you engineer ships.
In space, yeah. So apparently there is a company that's doing a VR editor. Okay. And they have been working on integrations for that type of game, basically voxel-based block systems. Okay. And they actually have it set up so that you can import a schematic from that other game into a workspace inside this program.
Okay.
Oh.
And using the VR controls, you have the whole virtual grab hands thing. Mm-hmm. You can actually select blocks, copy them, delete them, move them around, manipulate them. So you can import this thing, modify your ship, do all of your little detail work and everything, and then re-export it over as a blueprint into that game.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
And, then you could do stuff like from Minecraft, too. You could take stuff that you built in Minecraft and import it into a different game.
Right.
And that kind of thing. That would be fun.
Okay, so why am I not able... I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the BFF-1 cargo ship. What do I have in it that's an illegal block?
Let me see if this will let me change the time.
Oh no, they all crashed.
No.
It did it again.
Huh? What happened?
He's joking.
Wait, let me type playfield.
Yeah, no, right?
Getting some light over here so you can build.
Oh, see, I should bring in a ship that Sharky built for the charity live stream we did last year.
Oh, just the Condor right here actually has it built in, so I can hover this thing right above him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have a spotlight ship?
Uh-huh. And depending on the height that I put it at.
Oh, I never put spotlights on this one. Crap.
No, I should be able to get out and just leave it there.
So here's
we
were talking.
Because every time I try to leave a ship on a server, it sinks.
As long as you don't touch it, it won't fall.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
So we were talking earlier about smallest functional ships, and I had my cheap speed build thing.
Yeah.
This is probably my. Where'd it go? I just got out of it. There it is. This one here is probably my favorite of the new block small ship builds.
That looks awful familiar to something I've got over there. Just you got better thrusters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was something I built. I don't know if you saw the live stream that I was doing with the there's a giant cargo carrier from Star Wars, the BFF. And I was rebuilding it in Empyrion. And I wanted to spawn it in, but it's telling me I have illegal blocks, so I'm going to have to go back to the save and see if I can figure out what the...
Illegal blocks is a bad thing. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Just look up.
Yeah.
Hey, mine had illegal blocks, but look, they're here. They're protecting us from the snowfall.
It sounded like D there. Ooh, Dragon's in trouble. Shut up, D. Somebody remembers what's happening, right?
Yep. That's awesome.
You have that series?
Oh, I remember the series. I don't have it, but... So what is this? This is level 12 size class 1. What is the production time on this thing?
Not sure if those wings even fit. Let's see.
Yeah. So yeah, it's only a 12-minute production time off the blueprint. So, and it's only level 12 because of the thrusters that I've put on it, and then there's an O2 station on the back of it. So I think I put a crafting station in there too. What?
I love the random explosion sounds. Somebody removed something.
Well, we're fiddling with blueprints. I'm actually trying to see which ones I have that I don't remember.
Yeah.
Story, blah blah blah. Yeah. Let's see. Just don't type the wrong number because I don't have this thing blueprinted yet. Let's see. Could even do this.
Nice. Okay. So, I guess we should actually probably get started. We've been...
It's only been like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, you know, it's all good.
I mean, it's like a ship junkyard here.
I know. Well, you know, we were talking about Serenity earlier. If you remember the whole flashback episode, he's looking at all the ships, right?
Yep. Now we need to just put the Serenity in over here.
Yeah. I actually built one in Alpha 2. I think it was Alpha 2. Well, I should say pre-Alpha 2.
Pre-Alpha 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I started with pre-Alpha 3. That even predates me.
Yeah. So I actually, my start in Empyrion was because of Games for Kicks, actually.
Okay, yeah. He cracked me up.
Yeah, so he got into the pre-release builds when they were still doing the dev builds. There was only like maybe 3 or 4 people on YouTube that had access to the game. Him, Cage, and I think Endoms were the 3 that had access to it at that point.
Okay.
And I was a member of both Endoms and Games for Kicks communities way back when, back before both of them were in the sub 1000 crew.
Okay.
And Games did a giveaway, and I happened to win the giveaway. So
cool.
When they did the first of the public pre-alpha releases, that was when I started. So back in 2015, late 14, something like that.
Like August or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, something like that. So it's been a lot of fun watching the game develop over time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just... Some of it's frustrating because, like, with the new starts, I like the concept of some of the new starts, but they really need to go back and rebalance some of it. So
some of the yeah, and every once in a while, it starts to it drifts until it's so out of whack that it's like, this is horrible. And then
that's why we actually designed our own starts. When you come in on a crashed ship that's actually sitting on the planet, which is one of the bases, which was actually the ships were redesigned as crashed vessels of ships from our previous server.
Oh, nice.
So when you start in one of these ships, you actually get the gear that we specified in there. So when you come in, you only have the starting goods of like back in the day where it was real survival. You only had 2 small med kits, 2 ration packs. You've got your drill. I mean, you get your chainsaw and your drill. That's about it. And then you got your 2 cans of the biofuel.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we make our planets are plentiful when it comes to seaweed, because you can't survive with your pistol. It's impossible. You got 50 rounds on your pistol, and you use those for drones only, because everything else is going to kill you otherwise. Your biggest weapon is your chainsaw.
Right.
Yeah. It's like Doom.
But it makes a lot of fun. Oh, it's amazing. I love the start, man. We have a blast with it. And the whole goal is you're trying to get whatever resources you can on a planet, whether it's from the POIs or the golems or the rocks, to make a small vessel to get to the moon where there's a teleporter there. There's a portal.
Yeah.
You get to that portal, you go to a shipyard, you get your starter CD.
Cool.
Very nice. Now, have you changed the loot table for any of the creatures on your server?
No. No.
Okay.
No. Everything's vanilla. We don't mess with all of the way the planets. If you have certain seeds and certain planet types and biomes, that's where you're going to always be able to find it. So even if you go straight from a vanilla game to our server, you're going to know where everything's at because you've already been there and done that. The only difference is the resource placement of the actual hard ores.
Right.
Okay.
So then the golems are probably your best resource then, because you can
they
pull
are.
so
Absolutely.
much different ore off of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We actually increased the golem spawn rates too, because they're so
Nice.
small. It's like you get 3, and then you'd go 2 days before you'd see another one.
Yeah.
So now the way we have it, we increase the spawn rate so they actually spawn in groups of 3 around groups of 4. So you can have 12 golems spawn right on top of you.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, you can pretty much go golem mining. It's faster than mining the rocks.
It really is.
Let me
I just shot
grab.
one and I got like 40 or 50 of every ore. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
For
that's.
them to rebalance that and make it impossible again, right?
I was going to say, I think that was a somebody misplaced a decimal point or something, because those golems.
It's always some mundane detail, right?
Yeah. Because if you
We pay
have you
very
gotten
close
the-
attention to them. We change them
Yeah.
up, fix them, and everything like that. So when it comes to if they misplaced it, I think they did, because it was totally different from the 5.0.
Yeah. No, the golems are just ridiculously overpowered as a loot thing now.
Yeah.
For as easy as they are to kill, even with the pistol, yeah, it's just.
Yeah, at least I think they sped them up a little bit finally. They're not like you can't just outrun them constantly.
Right.
I think they can actually catch you now.
I haven't actually had a problem with outrunning them.
Okay.
The
I
big,
know they at least sped them up. At least the snow ones did.
yeah. So the thing that I run into with them is if you have anything other than a light suit that's set up for basically anything other than multi or speed,
Yeah.
then you start running into problems, because with the way that your stamina drains so quickly.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Is maybe I just
If you
was
have
using
the heavy suit on, you can't get away from them. I've tried.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get yelled at all the time by my viewers that, you know what, if I'm building or doing something else, I should be putting a light suit on, because that's why I keep dying and starving to death every 10 minutes.
Right.
I'll be doing my build episodes on my heavy suit, and I'll be like, oh, I gotta eat it, and then I'm getting comments, you can get food's low.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about my. Yeah, exactly. It's like you got to adapt. I mean, you get used to playing one way, and you know.
Yeah.
It's easy to remember that when you're not the one playing. Right?
Yeah. But that's one of the things that I really like about the fact that we were talking earlier, for the people who are just tuning in or whatever. We were talking about Ilion and the response time with updates, and the fact that they continue to develop the game, and they do keep making changes that usually make sense. Sometimes we ask what the hell they were thinking, but for the most part, it usually is okay. But yeah, it's nice because of the fact that seeing that, like I was saying earlier, is having been involved with the game for as long as I have, it's interesting to see it mature to this point.
Yeah.
Like when they introduced the skill trees, there was a huge split in the consumers. Right, the community was just all up in arms about it. Some people absolutely loved it. Some people absolutely hated it, and Ilion's stuck in the middle, going, well, "What the hell do you guys want us to do then?" It's like, make up your minds. But yeah, so
I swear Lift said he was going to make a small, quick Small vessel.
This is a small, quick vessel for him.
Yeah.
Man, you need to come build on our server.
Well, it's kind of expanded, yeah. I want it to be quick, so it's going to have a lot of engines.
Yeah.
No, just do what I did with the hammerhead over here. You only need 2 of those thrusters.
Yeah. I want one with. It has to have strafing speed though. It's gonna be quick on the lateral and up and down. Forward thrusters, you only need 1 or 2.
Okay, so you want to build something that moves like this?
Something that strafes, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Now, with the changes that they've made to the weapon systems since the Alpha 6 launch, what do you guys think about the new? Because it used to be that, like, with the missile systems, they actually would spawn slightly inside the block when you fired, and now they spawn, I think it's like a half block in front of the front of it. So you're less likely to blow yourself up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you can probably push your rocket launcher inside a block and shoot through it.
No, it's still inside that 1 block radius that it'll spawn in. It just doesn't spawn within the block of the launcher. It now spawns like about halfway through the block of the block in front of the launcher.
Yeah, I know it used to be that you could kind of exploit that the way it was set up before. Right. So yeah, if they changed it, I'm glad they did, because that was kind of for single player. I mean, I don't mind the exploits so much in single player, but I suppose that really drives people nuts when you're playing multiplayer.
Hold on, let me get this straight. The rockets themselves are spawning like a block in front of the turrets, or the mounted ones, or both.
The mounted.
Okay.
The way it used to be, and the reason why you couldn't be flying anything other than backwards when you were firing rockets is because they would actually spawn at the beginning of the block, right at the block scene for the weapon.
See, I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, so if you have a fast ship, you actually travel faster than the rocket does. So you would fire it, and if you were flying forward, you would fire it and you'd hit your own rocket.
Yeah, exactly.
So it became the standard practice of rockets were mounted either in the center line, and you would fly backwards when you were firing them, or you had them mounted at the wingtips, and you would side strafe at a slight clockwise rotation. So if you're looking at the horizon, your horizon would be like 15 degrees tilted either to the starboard or port sides.
Huh.
So that way you could side strafe and not blow yourself up when you were firing your rockets.
Interesting. Now, I actually do have a very serious question. Have we already started the Q&A, or are we going to build a space station? Or
we've got a little bit of the Q&A going on at this point. This is why I said, yeah, we're not going to live stream it. We'll record it. That way we can cut and piecemeal it together. All right, so let's get into some of the actual questions, because we've touched on some of it.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to split this recording in half for these guys here, and then we'll go and start.